Welcome to POP Podcast.
Hey there.
We're the place where we take something fascinating from pop culture, really dig into it.
Get right in there.
Yeah, and hopefully by the time we're done, you feel like you've really got the inside track on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And today, we're diving into someone you probably recognize, but whose story, wow, it goes way deeper. Lulu Roman.
Lulu Roman, yeah, instantly you think Hee Haw, right, that classic country variety show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there's so much more to her journey than just the comedy skits.
Definitely. And, with the sad news of her passing recently at 78, it just felt like the right time to explore her life, really look at the key moments, the impact she had.
Yeah, it really did.
So let's get into it. She passed away just last Wednesday in Bellingham, Washington.
Right. Her son, Damon Roman, shared the news.
Yeah. And apparently she lived up there maybe 7 months ago.
Something like that. And they haven't actually said what the cause of death was yet.
Still quite a shock. And it makes you think about her legacy, especially with Hee Haw.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, she was synonymous with that show for so long.
Wasn't she there from the very start? Like CBS debut in 69?
Yep, June 1969. And she stuck with it right through to the very last syndicated episode.
Which was when, again?
No.
June 1993.
Wow. Almost 25 years. That kind of run on TV is, well, it's almost unheard of now.
It really is. She was just such a fixture.
But it's funny, you picture the overalls, the comedy, but the gospel music career. That's what really surprised me.
Right. It wasn't just a side project. We're talking, what, over a dozen albums?
Yeah. And performing with people like
Yeah.
Dolly Parton.
Yeah, actual legends. There's a link in the description, actually, where you can hear her sing Crazy.
Oh, you got to listen to that.
It shows a whole different side to her talent. Not what you'd expect just from Hee Haw.
No kidding. And that shift, it feels like it reflects something deeper, doesn't it? Like a whole personal transformation.
I think so. It wasn't just, oh, I'll try singing now. It seems tied to her whole life journey, which definitely had its challenges right from the beginning. Yeah, let's go back there. She was born Bertha Louise Habel.
1946. And right away, things were tough. Born in a home for unwed mothers.
And then placed in a Baptist orphanage in Dallas.
Yeah. And then there was the thyroid condition.
That's the part that really got me. Because of the thyroid issue, she was overweight. And apparently, because of that, she was never adopted.
Can you imagine how that must have felt, how it might shape you?
It's heartbreaking, really. Makes you wonder how she found the strength,
Definitely.
Yeah.
And despite all that, her teenage years and, well, early adulthood took some pretty interesting turns.
Interesting is one word for it. She talked about developing a drug problem in high school.
Yeah.
And then after graduating in 64, she ends up working this comedy act in nightclubs owned by Jack Ruby.
Yes, that Jack Ruby. It sounds like fiction, doesn't it?
Totally. And her stage name, get this, Lulu Roman, the world's biggest go-go dancer.
I mean, wow, just wow.
But somehow, out of all that, she strikes up a friendship with Buck Owens.
The country superstar.
Yeah.
And he apparently really appreciated her. He saw her talent.
Her quick wit, right. He thought she was genuinely funny.
Yeah, he apparently used to just go watch her act.
Yeah.
Because he found her naturally hilarious.
Yeah.
And that connection, that was huge for her.
That was the break, basically, because Buck Owens gets picked to star in Hee Haw.
Right. It was originally a summer replacement for the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. Remember them?
Vaguely, yeah. So Owens is doing this new show, and he thinks of Lulu.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The producers were apparently looking for certain types, comedic archetypes.
And Owens goes, I know just the person. She's down in Dallas.
Yeah, pretty much. So she gets brought in, started in the background, I think.
Yeah, but her talent must have shown through pretty quickly.
Oh, for sure. Because soon she's getting speaking parts in those classic segments. The Collanes, Truck Stop.
Oh, yeah, the jug band.
All those iconic bits. And they filmed it all so fast, didn't they?
Yeah.
Like 2 sessions a year in Nashville covered 13 weeks of shows.
Intense schedule. But her time on the show, it wasn't all smooth sailing.
Ooh, definitely not. There was the arrest in 71.
Right, drug possession. She actually left the show then, didn't she? Got a sentence.
Yeah, a 4-year sentence, although I don't know the details of how much time she served. But then something major happened in 1973.
The conversion. She became a Christian.
Exactly. And that seemed to be a massive turning point. It led to her getting rehired by Hee Haw.
That's incredible.
And not just rehired, but they actually let her sing on the show this time. Gospel songs, often.
Wow. Talk about a second chance and using it to show a whole new side of yourself.
It really is a powerful story of transformation happening right there in the public eye.
And her career kept going after that, too. It wasn't just Hee Haw.
No, she had that spin-off show, remember? Hee Haw Honeys.
Oh, yeah. Late 70s, wasn't it?
78, 79. And guest spots on other big shows, like The Love Boat.
The Love Boat. And Touched by an Angel, she was in the movie Corky, too.
Right. She kept working, kept showing different facets.
And all this time, the gospel music career is building. Her first album was, what, 74?
Yeah, right after her conversion and return to the show.
Yeah.
And she got real recognition for it. Won a Dove Award in '85.
For the album You Are Loving Me, that's a major award in that world.
Absolutely. And then much later, 2013, she releases At Last, an album of standards.
Featuring Dolly Parton again and George Jones.
I mean, that's serious credibility. Working with icons like that, it shows the respect she earned in a completely different field.
It really does. And, if you're enjoying hearing about these kinds of surprising career paths and deep dives, maybe hit that like button and subscribe. It helps us keep digging into these stories.
Definitely helps. And yeah, her journey just keeps adding layers. She got into the Country Gospel Music Hall of Fame in '99.
Wow. Deservedly so, sounds like.
Wrote her autobiography too. This is my story. This is my song back in 2019. Shared it all.
Which must have covered the highs and the lows, because she faced real heartbreak too, right? Didn't she lose a son?
Yeah, sadly. Her youngest son, Justin, passed away in 2017. So alongside all the success, there was real personal loss too.
Man, when you lay it all out like that, it's kind of like, that feeling when you discover there's this whole secret history to someone or something you thought you knew?
Yeah, exactly. Like finding out your quiet neighbor used to be a rock star or something.
Totally. I mean, I knew Lulu Roman from Hee Haw, the funny lady. I had no idea about the orphanage, Jack Ruby, the arrest, the huge gospel career. It's kind of staggering.
It really is. The
Yeah.
resilience is just incredible.
Makes you really admire her. And it's also just kind of funny in a weird way. Life takes such strange turns. Go-go dancing for Jack Ruby 1 minute, Dove Awards the next.
You couldn't script it better, could you?
Yeah.
So when we look at it all, what's the takeaway here?
I think, well, her life is just this amazing example of resilience, like you said, and reinvention.
Definitely reinvention. Overcoming such a difficult start, finding fame, hitting rock bottom, then finding faith in a whole new successful path.
It really shows that, your path doesn't have to be straight. It can twist and turn and end up somewhere totally unexpected, but maybe even more meaningful.
Yeah, and it makes you think, doesn't it? How does someone navigate all that personal chaos? The early trauma, the addiction, the legal troubles.
Right, and still become such a fixture in pop culture, and then
Sure.
pivot so completely and successfully.
What does that actually tell us? About talent, sure, but also about just sheer perseverance, the human capacity for real, deep change.
It's pretty profound when you think about it that way. She really broke the mold.
She absolutely did. Defied any easy label you might try to put on her.
So we really encourage you, if you have a moment, maybe look up some old Hee Haw clips featuring Lulu.
Yeah, see the comedy again.
But then maybe listen to some of her gospel music too, that track Crazy or something else.
You might find a whole new appreciation for who she was,
Yeah.
the whole picture.
Yeah, and hey, if you found this deep dive interesting, if you learned something new today,
Please do hit that like button and definitely subscribe.
it means we can keep bringing you these kinds of stories, unpacking these fascinating lives.
There's always so much more beneath the surface.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us on POP Podcast.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
We'll catch you next time with another story to dig into. And one last time, like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Catch you later.